Flattards continue to show themselves to be incapable of dealing with simple concepts that normally developed children have no difficulty figuring out for themselves. Once again, they have failed to answer very basic questions about their delusion of living on an enormous Ritz cracker lit by a magic flying spotlight with a shape-shifting lampshade. The excuses they come up with in the pitifully vain hope that nobody will notice their utter fecklessness are hilarious. Deflections and cowardice are the order of the day for a collection of pissants who can only parrot the same old phrases just like any other kind of dogmatic lunatic. Well, they can just keep on failing while I work on World of Bad Shit 10 because it's time for the next set of questions for Flattards. This time we're going to take some modicum of pity on the cognitive limitation of Flattards and make it easier for them. Instead of asking 5 distinct questions, we will make it easier for them to focus on one thing at a time, because all they now have to do is answer the same question 5 times with distinct answers. Questions 1 to 5. Give details of 5 Flattards who have used their knowledge of Earth supposedly being flat to contribute anything of worth to humanity at any stage in its history. In answering each of these 5 questions, your details should include A. The name of the Flattard who used their knowledge of Earth being flat to make a worthwhile contribution to humanity. B. The nature of their contribution, be it a new technology, a process, an invention, a discovery, a model of reality with descriptive and predictive power. Whatever it may be, but C. You must describe in your own words and in detail how their contribution depends on Earth being a giant frisbee lit by a magic flying lamp. D. You will then describe the significance of their contribution to humanity, and in doing so you will explain why normal people should be grateful to the Flattard concerned for their contribution. That's it, Flattards. That's all you have to do. As an alternative, you can have a good long think about why you can't do this even once, let alone 5 times, without lying and making shit up to a level of fantasy that would warrant your immediate detention in a psychiatric facility. And if you can't manage that, perhaps you'd like to set aside your delusion of Flattard competence and the desperate pretense that one day your kind will amount to anything other than a blockage in the sewer of human thought, and actually admit that the rest of humanity has absolutely nothing to thank Flattards for, apart from the laughs at how stupid some people in supposedly developed countries can be. Assuming, of course, that you are actually the same species, rather than a quasi-sentient, morally bankrupt parasite taking a human host and whose real taxonomical classification lies somewhere between a botfly and a particularly narcissistic form of bread mould. And if that seems like too much trouble, don't forget that there is a simple 3-step program that you can follow where Flattards could actually make some small contribution to human progress by not actively impeding it with their reprehensible stupidity. To do this, simply shut up, piss off, and when you get there, piss off again.